Hello students. So after general organic chemistry, let us discuss about the saturated hydrocarbon or alkane. So today's topic is saturated hydrocarbon or alkane. Alkane. This is saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon. Clear? So the open chain hydrocarbon, alkanes means these are characterized by carbon-carbon single atoms only. That means all the carbon atoms are sp3 hybridized. Clear? There is no multiple bond. Only carbon-carbon correspond to a single bond. A single covalent bond is present among the carbon atoms. These are known as alkanes. The open chain hydrocarbon, in which the carbon atoms are linked to one another by single covalent bonds only, are known as saturated hydrocarbon or you can say alkanes. Saturated hydrocarbon or known as alkanes. And you know these alkanes are very less reactive in nature, due to which they are also known as paraffins. So alkanes, due to their lesser reactivity, known as paraffins. And alkanes correspond to the general formula, you know, they corresponds to the general formula, that is CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula of alkane. Clear? So you just, if you consider n value 1, then you will get CH4. Its name is methane. 2 C2H6, ethene. 3 C3H8, propane. Likewise, similarly, N equal to 4, C4H10, that is butane. And all carbon atoms are sp3 hybridized. You see, this one is methane. 4 sigma bonds are sigma, 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 sigma. So this carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. Likewise, ethane, you see, its open chain structure like this, and each carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. So alkanes are characterized by carbon-carbon single bonds only. This is the alkane, its introduction part. Clear? So right now we will proceed direct through its preparation. So let's discuss general methods of preparation. That is methods of preparation. First one, by catalytic hydrogenation. By catalytic hydrogenation of alkenes or alkynes. Catalytic hydrogenation means addition of hydrogen in presence of catalyst. So if you consider an alkene CnH2n, this one is alkene. Whenever this alkene is subjected to catalytic hydrogenation, catalyst that is over metal surface nickel catalyst. Okay, the temperature 523 Kelvin. Then what happens? Definitely we will add these two hydrogen with this. So we are getting CnH2n plus 2. This is nothing but our alkane. Clear? So from alkene, if I write CnH2n minus 2, this one is alkene. Treated with 2 moles of hydrogen. Again the same catalyst nickel. Little bit of higher temperature is required over here just because of triple bond 573 Kelvin. Then we will get CnH2n plus 2. This is also known as your alkane. So these are the preparation of alkanes. So now you see, if we consider different examples, let's say one alkene I am considering over here, CH2 double bond CH2. This one is ethene. Is that clear? Undergoes catalytic hydrogenation, nickel 523 Kelvin. Then this pi bond breaks like this. Pi bond is weak, so one hydrogen over here, one hydrogen over here. So you are getting CH3, CH3. This one is ethane. Similarly, if I consider propene, CH3, CH double bond CH2. This one is propene. Undergoes addition of hydrogen in presence of nickel 523 Kelvin. Again this pi bond breaks, one hydrogen here, one hydrogen here. So what you will get? CH3, CH2 single bond CH3. This is propane. Clear? If you consider an alkyne, let's say HC triple bond CH, then 2 pi bonds are there. Required 2 moles of hydrogen. Again in presence of nickel, little bit of high temperature is required, 573 Kelvin. 2 pi bonds breaks in this manner, HH. Remember sigma remains as such, so you are getting CH3, CH3. This is ethane. And this one, the ethyl. Clear? So this reaction is also known as Sabatier-Sandron reaction as per the name of the scientist. This reaction is known as Sabatier-Sandron's reaction. Clear? And remember, what is the limitation here? Methane cannot be prepared in this method because there is no such unsaturated system which contains one carbon atom only. So the limitation, one of important limitation you can write, methane cannot be prepared in this method. CH4 cannot be prepared by this method because no such unsaturation system is there having one carbon atom. No such unsaturation hydrocarbon is available having one carbon atom only. One carbon atom only. Clear? So this is the limitation. Next method of preparation, that is by reduction of alkyl halide by second method of preparation by reduction of haloalkane, or you can say alkyl halide. This one is RX. Clear? So general reaction, reduction means addition of hydrogen. So addition of hydrogen, that is RX. I have to consider any reducing agent. That clear? So which will provide you 2 nascent hydrogen, let's say 2H, and it adds like this H. So you will get RH. This one is alkane plus HX, halogen acid. It releases as such. Clear? So the reducing agents used over here, particularly reducing agents. What are the basic reducing agents used in such reductions? You can use zinc in acetic acid, easy, or you can use zinc in hydrochloric acid, or another reagent, that is red phosphorus plus hydrogen iodide. Is that clear? At 423 Kelvin. These are the various reducing agent you can use over here. So easy reaction. If I write C alkyl halide C2H5Br, this is ethyl bromide, or you can say bromoethane. So it undergoes reduction with the reducing agent. You can assume over here zinc in acetic acid. That clear? So it will give you 2 nascent hydrogens. It can add like this HH. So you are getting C2H6. This is ethane preparation. Ethane plus HBr. Clear? Similarly, you can write ethyl bromide, second reducing agent, that is, let's say CH3CH2Br. This one is ethyl bromide. Let's say I treated with Hi, hydrogen iodide, presence of red phosphorus, 423 Kelvin temperature is required. Clear? So you can 2H, so 1 hydrogen get added like this, and I2 is there, HBr plus I2. So the product is CH3 ethane plus 1 hydrogen get added over here and 1 hydrogen here. So that will be HBr plus I2. So this is the method of reduction through which you can prepare alkane. Students, remember in this reaction, suppose I am considering a tertiary alkyl halide CH3Cl. Okay, there is a reducing agent that is known as lithium aluminum hydride. So if you treat with this reducing agent, then this carbon halogen bond is not reduced, rather it will form an alkene like this, CH3 double bond CH2. Okay, this is isobutylene. Isobutylene is obtained. But if same alkyl halide treated with sodium borohydride as a reducing agent, then alkane is obtained. CH3, definitely reduction is there. CH3, that is 2-methyl propane. Remember this one, 2-methyl propane. Okay, this is the distinction in case of exceptional case. In case of tertiary alkyl halide treated with lithium aluminum hydride reducing agent, sodium borohydride reducing agent, but here reduction takes place, but here elimination leads to isobutylene. Here that is reaction is elimination. Clear? Next very important method, Wurtz reaction. The third method, it is by Wurtz reaction. Wurtz reaction, when two molecules of alkyl halide, particularly here we use alkyl iodides or bromides. So particularly alkyl iodides, or you can consider alkyl bromides. Clear? So what should be the statement over here? When two molecules of alkyl halide treated with sodium metal, when two molecules of alkyl halide treated with sodium metal, in dry ether medium, then higher alkane is obtained. As the product. Alkane is obtained as the product. Clear? So two molecules of alkyl halide can be written as Rx plus 2Na plus XR dash. This R and R dash can be same or different. In presence of dry ether medium, so there will be byproduct get eliminated. You are getting R and R dash. This one is alkane. Better you can write higher alkane plus 2NaX. This reaction is called Wurtz reaction. So if I consider methyl iodide plus 2Na plus ICH3 giving rise to, in presence of dry ether medium, 2NaI should eliminated, CH3 plus 2NaI. This is ethane. You have started with alkyl halide having one carbon atom, methyl iodide, but you have got higher alkane having one carbon atom more. Similarly, if I consider C2H5Br plus 2Na plus Br C2H5, so ethyl bromide. Right now I am considering ethyl bromide, so treated with in dry ether medium, elimination of 2NaBr should be there. So we are getting C2H5. If you see this structure, this is N-butane plus 2NaBr. Okay. Remember students, this method is only applicable for symmetrical alkanes. This method is only suitable for the preparation of symmetrical alkanes. That is higher alkanes having even number of carbon atoms. That is alkanes having even number of carbon atoms. Clear? It is very difficult to get odd number of alkanes having, higher alkanes having odd number of carbon atoms. Why, you see? So if I consider, let me vanish all this. Let's say I am considering CH3I methyl iodide treated with sodium metal, and this one is ethyl iodide subjected to Wurtz reaction Definitely that is the medium is dry ether medium. So the alkane I am getting over here CH3, CH2, CH3. This is my expectation. Propane plus 2NaI. There are mixture of alkanes obtained over here. You see, once my reaction medium contains all these reactants, then what happens? Methyl iodide combines with the get added to methyl iodide. Again, the formation of ethane is also there. Ethane plus 2NaI. Again, ethyl iodide combines with ethyl iodide to form butane. N-butane plus 2NaI. And the next alkane, that is this one. So there is possibility of a mixture of alkanes are obtained, which is very difficult to isolate them. Okay, so because a mixture of alkane is obtained, a mixture of alkanes is obtained, which is very difficult, to isolate them. Clear? If you go through its mechanism, the mechanism of force reaction, there are two mechanisms. First one is ionic, and next one, that is free radical mechanism, by free radical mechanism. Clear? So first one, the sodium metal can be treated like this. Just assume like this. One is Na plus and another one is Na minus. Clear? So now this alkyl halide, what happens? It can be splitted like this, R minus plus X plus. Okay? So you just combine these two and combine these two. So what you will get? R minus Na plus NaX is there. So I am picking up this one, R minus Na plus, treated with another molecule of alkyl halide, Rx. So this negative charge come here, this halide ion goes like this. So R get combined to give you alkane, plus this Na plus X minus get eliminated in the form of NaX. So one NaX over here, one NaX over here. So that will be 2 NaX get eliminated. Clear? So if you balance this, you have used two molecules of haloalkane and there is elimination of 2 NaX plus RR. Clear? Now, if you consider the free radical mechanism, so sodium metal can assume like this, Na dot, one molecule of alkyl halide homolytic cleavage, it will be R dot, X dot. Clear? So now this will get eliminated in the form of NaX. Take this alkyl radical, R dot plus Rx. So again homolysis is there. So this R dot get combined to form R alkane plus this X dot over here. Now you just see this Na dot X dot get eliminated in the form of NaX, and now this Na dot and this X dot, so Na dot plus X dot get eliminated in the form of NaX. So this is the mechanism of Orge reaction. Clear? And remember, methane also cannot be prepared by Orge reaction. CH4 cannot be prepared by Orge reaction. Next method, Franklin reaction. So what does it state? 2 molecules of alkyl halide treated with zinc metal, okay, in presence of dry ether. So Zn(X2) is there. Similar procedure, R dash plus Zn(X2). So this is Franklin reaction. So alkyl halide generally we use C2H5I plus Zn plus I C2H5. So these are ethyl iodide. Ethyl iodide in presence of dry ether. So what we will get? Zni2 get eliminated. So we will get C2H5 and butane plus Zni2. Obviously methane cannot also be prepared in this method. So methane cannot be prepared by this method. Clear? This is called Franklin reaction. Next we will discuss by next method of preparation by decarboxylation of sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Sodium salt of carboxylic acid. So what can you write over here? When sodium salt of carboxylic acid is strongly heated with soda lime. Is strongly heated with soda lime. Clear? Then an alkane having one carbon atom less is obtained as the product. Okay, so sodium salt of carboxylic acid, that is RC=ONA, sodium carboxylate. You can say sodium carboxylate strongly heated with soda lime, that is a mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. Clear? The sodium hydroxide is hygroscopic in nature, that's why calcium oxide is concerned with it. Clear? So you will get RH alkane plus Na2CO3. So one carbon atom getting less over here, degradation is there. So if I consider an example, CH3 C=ONA sodium acetate plus NaOH calcium oxide, then definitely this much Na2CO3 is eliminated. So you will get CH3H. This one is methane plus Na2CO3. Likewise, one carbon atom, there are two carbon atoms, but here only one carbon atom is there. So you are getting one carbon atom less over here. Next, if I consider CH3 CH2 C=ONA sodium propionate if I treated it with sodium hydroxide in presence of calcium oxide, then what we will get? This one Na2CO3 get eliminated, so you will get CH3 plus Na2CO3. This is ethane. The speciality over here is you can prepare methane in this method. Clear? So this is the decarboxylation method. Decarboxylation means loss of carbon dioxide in the form of Na2CO3. Next method of preparation by Kolbe's electrolytic method. by Kolbe's electrolytic method. So what we have to do in this method? So electrolysis means electrolytic tank should be there, two electrodes are connected and different substances are liberated or deposited at corresponding electrodes. So Kolbe's electrolytic method means this method when sodium or potassium salt of carboxylate ion or carboxylic acid is subjected to electrolysis, then higher alkane is obtained at anode. So an higher alkane is obtained at anode. How you see? The reaction can be represented like this: 2RCOO Na, let's say. During electrolysis, aqueous solution of salt is concerned. So you can write 2H2. This solution is subjected to electrolysis. Then what happens? Higher alkane at anode. This one deposited at anode. So it's higher alkane plus definitely 2 moles of carbon dioxide plus 2 NaOH and liberation of hydrogen gas is there at cathode. Hydrogen gas is liberated at cathode, remember. Okay. So if I consider 2CH3COONA sodium acetate, clear, plus 2H2O subjected to electrolysis, then what we will get? CH3 ethane plus 2 CO2 plus 2 NaOH and liberation of hydrogen gas. This one occurs at cathode. Clear? So let's see how electrolysis takes place and different oxidation and reduction occurs at anode and cathode. First one, I need to write at anode. At anode means here oxidation takes place, and oxidation you know that is loss of electron. So at anode itself is positively charged electrode, so negative ion. So which one is negative ion over here? Carboxylate ion. Let's see what are the different ions in the electrolytic solution. First one, that is CH3. Let me write over here CH3COONA. So ions CH3CO minus plus Na plus, this one. And next ions, that is water itself get ionized, H2O 2OH minus plus 2H plus. Clear? Now you see what happens at anode. So at anode, CH3COO minus anion travels towards anode. This is acetate ion. So oxidation is there, loss of electron. It will give you CH3 C double bond O dot plus 1 electron. Loss of electron is there. So if I consider 2 acetate ion, 2 this one, and 2 electron loss. Clear? So now this CH3 C double bond O dot. Clear? Right now this odd electron comes here, and here this odd electron comes here. So liberation of carbon dioxide is there, and you will get CH3 dot, this is methyl radical, methyl radical. If I consider two such, 2 moles of carbon dioxide get eliminated, 2 methyl dots, free radicals are obtained. So now this methyl radical plus this methyl radical will form ethane at anode. So ethane gas is liberated at anode. So at cathode what happens? Again at cathode, that is reduction. So reduction means gains of electron. So in the solution there is competition between which one? So at cathode itself is negative charge, so cation moves towards cathode. So what are the cations? Na plus and H plus. So due to low dischargeability of H plus ion, this one get reduced. 2H plus ion gains 2 electrons, get converted into H2 gas. Clear? Now this Na plus and 2Na plus, because if I consider 2CH3CONA, 2 acetate ion, 2Na plus would be there. So 2Na plus 2OH minus. Right now 2Na plus 2OH minus get converted into 2NaOH. So this is the Kolbe's electrolytic method for the preparation of higher alkane. Next method, by Korehouse synthesis. By Korehouse synthesis of alkanes, and this one is a very special method of preparation of alkanes having odd number of carbon. Okay, so in this method you can get alkane having odd number of carbon atoms, So what happens in this method? You just see, suppose I am treating an alkyl halide CH3Br plus, I am treating this one with lithium metal, so 2Li, definitely dry ether I should consider, dry ether. Then what happens? Alkyl lithium I am getting over here, CH3Li, alkyl lithium plus LiBr. Clear? Now this alkyl lithium I can consider 2CH3Li, this alkyl lithium, okay, better I can write over like this, 2CH3Li, 2 molecules of alkyl lithium reacts with Q plus iodide CuI. Then what I can get over here? Tell me. So 2 molecules CH3 whole 2, clear, Cu and that is Li. This one Li CH3 whole 2 Cu plus LiI, lithium iodide. So this reagent is methyl lithium, this one is called lithium dimethyl cuprate, or this one is known as Gilman's reagent. Right now this Gilman reagent is treated with, let's say, C2H5. I can consider, let's say, ethyl bromide or ethyl iodide. Clear? Treated with Gilman's reagent, dialkyl lithium cuprate. Okay, so what happens? One of CH3 minus get migrated to here, and this iodine goes like that. So you can get CH3, CH2, CH3, propane, N propane. Then the remaining molecules get eliminated like this. Alkyl lithium 1 CH3 Cu should be there, one get used over here, plus another one, that is LiBr, or you can say Li. Clear? So this is called Corey-House synthesis, in which you can get odd number of alkanes, odd alkanes having odd number of carbon atoms. Clear? The next method, that is by reduction of a carbonyl compound. By reduction of carbonyl compound. Carbonyl compound means, in the sense, these are, so if you consider reduction of carbonyl compound, so carbonyl compound means it can be aldehyde, ketone or carboxylic acids, let's say. So if I consider carboxylic acid first, R C double bond O OH. Reducing agent I am considering over here, let's say hydrogen iodide, red phosphorus, heating is required. So how reduction takes place over here? You see the 6 hydrogens coming like this, one hydrogen over here, hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. So there is elimination of 2 water molecules. So you can assume over here R CH3 plus 2 H2O is there definitely, one water over here, one water over here. So 6 Hi, that can be written as 3I2. So this one is your alkane. You have prepared this alkane from carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Let's say I am considering one aldehyde, let's say there R C double bond O H. This one is aldehyde. If aldehyde is treated with zinc amalgam, ZnHg couple, that is called zinc amalgam, concentrated HCl. This is called Clemmenson reduction. This reaction is called Clemmenson reduction. Clemmenson's reduction. So it give you 2 nascent hydrogens that can be added over here, like four hydrogen, nascent hydrogens. So one water molecule eliminated like this, RCH3 plus H2O. So C double bond O group is converted into CH2 group. Clear? So this one is alkane. And another one, Wolff-Kishner reduction is also there. Here, if you consider an ketone also, R double bond O R dash, again same reagent, 4 nascent hydrogens, Clemmenson reduction, I am writing it Cr. So you will get R dash, this one is alkane plus H2O. Again another reducing agent is also there, that is called Wolff-Kishner reduction. Here what happens, any carbonyl compound, whether aldehyde or ketone you can assume, treated with hydroxylamine NH2OH. This one is called hydroxylamine. So what happens, in slightly acidic medium, elimination of water is there, you will get an oxime, double bond NOH. This one is called corresponding oxime. Then this oxime treated with C2H5ONA, sodium ethoxide, little bit of heating is there required, then you will get this one, alkane, propane. Clear? Okay. So in this class we have discussed the general method of preparation of alkanes. Successfully I have explained it. Go through that, practice as far as possible. Write down the equations or reactions again and again through your notebook paper. Then you will do definitely well in the examination. Thank you.